I've been studying the blue-black Lurrus decks, trying to find different ways to put the deck together. The idea of Lorien for 9 spell lands is very powerful, but what if we can make it even stronger? Here, let's add Life from the Loam and Crop Rotation, as well as a cheeky little Fastbond to make a blue-green-black Lurrus lands control deck. All right, welcome back, Vintage Gamers. Saturday challenge time. I have a land-based Lurrus control deck here, and the thought process was the best cards and the best part of this deck are playing the 9 colorless spell lands. Let's add to that power with extra ways to find the lands and extra ways to recur the lands. So you saw this somewhat when I was advocating for blue-white Lurrus with Samwise. The biggest problem with blue-white Lurrus with Samwise is Bowmaster is pretty good against Samwise as a 2-1. So I'd like to find a way to break open that mirror that doesn't involve playing X1s. So what I have is basically the blue, it's just the blue Lurrus shell. So, you know, it's the 9 spell lands and the Lorien reveals and the forces and the delve spells and the counter magic. And in my flex slots, instead of playing things like Bowmaster, I am playing green cards. So I'm playing 2 Loams, a Liberator, Fastbond, Haywire Might, and 2 Crop Rotations. Haywire Might is a nice one to get off of Saga. Fastbond is kind of just like a nice way to have an actual powerful play. And Liberator is another just like a tech piece to answer problematic permanence. Loam actually works really super well with Lurrus, where you can, the things you dredge over, you can actually replay, which is great. How do you win besides constructs? You don't. You win with constructs. That's the plan. you strip mine, Loam lock your opponent, and then you kill them with creatures. It's there. Yeah, so it is a slow controlling land deck. So things that come out of the gates swinging fast are going to, you're going to have to hope you have the force of wills required to match that. But you are, yeah, like I said, cantripping, land spell, control deck. So we'll see how it goes. Are you interested in weekly vintage metagame recommendations? Do you want to see your deck list played on my channel? Or maybe you are just looking for the best way to support my vintage content? Make sure you check out the Patreon link in the description below. Let's battle. All right, here we go. Round 1. Opponent usually plays mono white initiative, so that could be interesting matchup if they get off to a too fast of a start. So I have a force. I have a crop rotation. I mean, we're going to keep this. I don't think we're casting this Ponder. It's likely we just rotating for... So rotating for a Saga here is fine because we have the ability to Lorien revealed for another land. So we can go turn 1 Saga, then turn 2 make constructs. Basically, we're forced to force any fast mana. I haven't really found a reason to kill people's creatures because you just have bigger creatures with Saga, right? So... But like I said, I haven't, I've only played a few leagues with this deck, but like the blue-black deck does not play, removal spells in the main either. So it I think Saga kind of changes your heuristics in terms of some kind of blue-green controlling deck. Like Saga is just, you make huge constructs, which actually just solves your creature problem, right? So yeah, I look at it anyways. So yeah, I'm thinking, I mean, the best thing that could happen is we play Tropical Ruby Go and they wasteland us. But if they just do anything else, I think we just get a Saga Ruby for a another land and then make Saga tokens and hope it's enough. The play Saga and hope it's enough plan here is actually like a lot better than it would be normally, just because we actually have the crop rotation. But I guess if they have a wasteland afterwards and we make a 2/2 construct, that's not a great play. But Right, exactly. Like I've played tons of different kind of blue-green, land-based, taking turns, style control decks, and most of the time you didn't play Saga in them because you didn't really have the requisite mana to do so, because you have to play Wasteland. But in this case, Lorien Revealed kind of just throws magic on its side and says, rules don't matter anymore. You can get all the lands you need. This card is just absurd. So my opponent is here. They mulligan to 6, and now they are, I guess, thinking about their 6-card hand. Oh, I guess it says they're double queuing the Modern Showcase as well. So that's probably what's actually happening here. Oh yeah. So unfortunately, double queuing does result in not the best content. But no, I decided I didn't want Vault Key. I feel like you just need to maximize what you're trying to do, and like adding additional like weaknesses to your deck for some kind of like, I think a minor strength increase is not ideal. All right. So like, because my opponent's double queuing, I can't just like cut the video and cut back. So my opponent has mulligan to 5 here. Definitely hitting any fast mana I can. I'm not that funny. So I guess it is showcase weekend. Yeah, definitely no interest in me playing the Modern Showcase. I think I am going to play the Pioneer Showcase tomorrow, though I don't think I'm going to stream it. I think I'm just going to chill out and have a veg day. Because I played the Pioneer RCQ the other day and had a good time. Had a fun deck. All right, so my opponent has revealed a Chancellor, so that makes my plays a little bit harder. Because I definitely want to play this Ruby out. So I'm just going to go Tropical and then play out Ruby. Oh no, I think Pioneer's garbage, but the deck I found was really fun. It's like an 80 card 4-color Jeskai Tendency deck. Yeah, I wouldn't wish having to play Pioneer on my worst enemy. That format is not great. Pioneer kind of reminds me of Old Modern, which people love Old Modern, but maybe not like old Modern, not like the second iteration of Modern, where it was just all linear decks that played Goldfish with each other. Like the first iteration of Modern had a lot of like Snapcaster Dirtles, right? Second iteration of Modern was just everyone was just doing the linear thing. And now it's like back to more reactive with the introduction of Modern Horizons 2, right? Yeah, I'm talking about after like the golden era, the golden age. I guess if you're playing Mono White Initiative, that's a pretty good deck to double queue with. We can just talk about the good old days. All right. Emeria Mana Crypt. Interesting. So my opponent showed me Emeria, so I could technically let Mana Crypt resolve and counter the creature. I wonder if this is like bad for me though. If I simply counter it, I mean, if they play like an Ancient 2 on the next turn, I'll be pretty sad. I can always crop rotation into a Wasteland if I want to. Like, theoretically, countering the Mana Crypt sets them at least a turn behind, unless they have Ancient Tomb. But I can just, like, they have 4 cards left in their hand. If I just counter one of their creatures, is that going to be good enough? It's just, like, the Wasteland plan doesn't really work if I let them have a Mana Crypt, right? This is probably the most important. This is probably the most important spell on the stack in the entire game, and I don't know the answer, which is not a good sign. Just like how viable is it to cut them off of mana by forcing this and then strip mining them? I just don't know the answer to that question. Like if they follow this up with a second Mox and a Thalia, it's pretty bad. I'm gonna force this. I think I want to buy myself as much time to get my thing going as possible and hope they don't have any more fast mana and maybe look to wasteland them is my plan. Especially on their mulligan. Just gonna get a second Trop. It doesn't help me cast Lurrus, but I think I'm going to like be crop rotationing something away. Pearl. That helps me cast Lurrus. Actually, would have been kind of nice to no, I was gonna draw Pearl. Then I could definitely get an Underground Sea. I think we'll ponder here. We're looking for like a natural wasteland would be great. A Loam would be amazing. Well, yeah, a Loam works because I can just go crop rotation, wasteland, and then on the next turn Loam, wasteland, Loam, and try to do that. Force dig looks atrocious here. Those are not the cards we're trying to play. So we'll just get rid of those. Got another force. I guess that's unfortunate too. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to crop rotate one of these tropicals into a wasteland. Maybe I should have just kept dig. I can't keep dig here. It's just so bad. Not only is this like force bad, it's like worse than force of will, but it's also like there's not gonna be no more targets for this in the whole game. It's like a very, very bad draw. So I'm just gonna get, I guess I'm just gonna get strip mine in case I draw a Loam, right? And then I'll play this out before like a Thalia happens. So the good news is I buy Lurrus next turn, but I can't play Lurrus. I guess that's not good news. So I did have the Ancient Tomb. Interesting. I really need a Loam off the top is my absolute single best draw in the whole deck. Outland Liberator. That's not really it. I think we're in trouble. God, if I had drawn a Wasteland though, yeah, we are super dead here. I guess we were super dead if we countered their creature as well, so going for the mana denial plan and having them have Ancient Tomb Cavern is not ideal. I guess we did know they had a Chancellor. Yeah, they have an actual removal spell for my one. I should have sacked. Can I hit nothing? Sorry. No, I can't hit nothing. Lorien, kill my Pearl. God, okay, sure. All right, so now I'm not even close to casting Lurrus. Yeah, I mean, this went as badly as it could. And I drew a second negation. Okay, I mean... I don't think I could have possibly drawn worse, but we did. We did this. All right, how do I win this game? Draw Ancestral. They let me draw a card? Wild, man. Wild. I think I'm just supposed to... I guess I can't force this, so it's kind of silly. All right. I guess it makes sense to let me draw cards here so they can just continue putting the pressure on. The problem with putting Lurrus in my hand here is I can't force a non-human, but they also can't cast a non-human. They drew Wasteland. I feel like losing the mull to my opponent like mulled to 5 and I hit like Wasteland and kill their mana crypt is not good. So if they don't have an answer to this saga, I assume they're going to end of turn activate Lauren. I can force non-humans. Something. Yeah. This is a really weird game. Another Wasteland? How is my opponent drawn more Wastelands than me? Oh, they have another Lauren too? I just... Okay. Yeah. This game is pretty over. It's really awkward because we had just a really nice start, I think. It was pretty well lined up with what they chose to do. But like just drawing negation against mono white after you've already countered their mana crypt is just never going to work out for you. I don't think this matchup is like particularly good, but it's definitely not this bad. Opponent's deck is like really weak to disruption and just didn't work out this time. Like it's awkward because you want to have negation in your deck because you do want to counter this crypt with negation, but like drawing both negations after you counter crypt is super bad. I think that like after the brainstorm, we had a pretty legit shot to win this game just by Urza's Saga tokens, but my opponent just had double wasteland, so it just didn't work out. And they have another human. It's just crazy. Like a single wasteland from my side stops this whole thing from happening. My opponent doesn't have additional white mana. It's just not good. Not good. We know what we're drawing off Brainstorm, or have we already drawn through Brainstorm? Can't remember. I kind of just started zoning out of this game when we were lost. This cavern was so good. It's crazy. Do you think they top decked the cavern too? Because they must have top decked the cavern too, right? Like they top decked cavern into waste, right? I'm not crazy. I just don't think that I don't know. It just couldn't have gone worse is all I'm saying. Well, if I had any intention of casting Force of Will this game, that's ruined. Ah, yes, Bajuka Bog. Fantastic. Hey, there's the waste. It's far too late. All right, let's just go next because this game has just zero chance of ever. It just. I know. I like the way I played it. I just drew the wrong cards. My opponent drew the right cards, right? This is too many creatures in play. I can never really win from here. Like I have to have Saga tokens in this game to win. I just could never put a Saga into play. If I had instead of like gone for Crop Rot into Saga, that just wouldn't have worked, right? Because they would have just had uncounterable anyways. Oh, all right. Well, that's mono white initiative for you. How do I board? Well, I have Fatal Pushes. I have this Caracas. I can't really bring in Needle. Flusterstorm looks pretty bad. Misstep is pretty bad. Probe is pretty bad. Like I said, you kind of want negation because you do want to counter their mana. Like I'm not playing Collector Roof. That was kind of on purpose. But maybe we just trim a negation. I guess this Bajuka Bog. Well, this Bajuka Bog is more of a spell than a land. It doesn't actually need to be in the deck. It was just kind of a late addition for my crop rotation package. Baubles look super bad here. A lot of cards that look bad here. Maybe you keep it just because it's a black land, but probably not. Don't think we want claims. Like the question is, do we want to bobble for like, no, this is probably what we're looking for. There's some removal spells to stem the bleeding. Yeah, that's why I'm keeping in Haywire Might and Liberator, is because they're attacking creatures that can steal the initiative and they can kill artifact mana. I do want to be able to kill artifact mana because my deck is looking to wasteland lock my opponent and I don't have Collector Roof in my deck. It was like it was a choice to not play Collector Roof because I think our deck kind of wants the artifact mana. I mean, we have Sapphire Brainstorm fetch land, so I'm pretty sure this is just a keep. I guess we have to hope we don't get Chancellored again. If we get Chancellor, we just simply go Sapphire, Lotus, go. Pierce their Moxen, untap, and go Lurrus. It's not too bad anyways. Maybe that plays even better. That play might just be even better. Like, what if I just go Tropical Sapphire, Lotus, go, hold up 2 Spell Pierce, untap, and play Lurrus? You don't bring in Tab versus the initiative? No, you don't bring in Tab versus not Bazaar decks. Even if your deck is low removal, whatever. Like, they're a full Moxen deck. The chances you're going to tab an opponent out here is super low. I feel like I need a video on Tabernacle, and it's just like a 10-second video, and it's, do you bring in Tabernacle against Bazaar? Yes. Do you bring in Tabernacle any other time? No. Right? Like, I feel like that's a video I need to make. It feels like people like I can understand, like, it's actually better to bring in Tab here than in a lot of other places, right? Because theoretically we're trying to cut off them from lands, right? But like, having an effective Tabernacle against their deck is just not really going to happen because of the full Moxen suite. And like, it's not like we're killing all their Moxen. We're killing some of their Moxen. We're countering some of their Moxen. But like, if they simply just have multiple Moxen, a Tab is just as the blank card. I actually think I'm going to not play the Brainstorm play. I think I'm going to go for Tropical Sapphire Lotus, get my things in play, try to pierce their fast mana, and then go for Lurrus, replay Lotus. Got him. Classic mono white gamer. Strip mine. It's kind of annoying. Do I want to maximize my mana usage here with Brainstorm? No, so I wanted to hold the fetch in case I wanted to Brainstorm. So if I was going to play my Lurrus next turn, then I think it would be fine to Brainstorm for max mana efficiency. But considering I don't need to do that, I think it's better to Brainstorm for max Brainstorm efficiency. Those are the two things that are actually like weights in Vintage. In Legacy, you're almost always looking for Brainstorm efficiency. Like, you're going to go to your main phase, so you have the most number of cards in hand, so you see the most number of things. In Vintage, that typically isn't the case because you're just looking for max mana efficiency because the number of turns are less. My opponent snuck in a fucking jet here. That's fine. I can just get rid of the Spell Pierce. I wasn't going to crack my Lotus anyways, so it's fine. All right, we're just going to get rid of these 2 cards. I don't want to draw. I guess I do. I can draw one of the blue cards again, I guess. That's fine. Draw one of the blue cards again. Another one? Did I put the freaking Spell Pierce above the negation? Please tell me I put the Spell Pierce above the negation. I don't think I did. I guess I have heart. I don't want to Heartcast Force because I want to play Lurrus. I don't think I put the Spell Pierce above the negation. I didn't. All right, so I have to kind of hope they don't have a Cavern, right? Because I'm not countering this. They have a Cavern. Okay, cool. Awesome. They have a Lauren kill my Lotus. I just can't win, man. I can't win. I should have put the Spell Pierce on top. It's my own fault. Just misplayed. But I just... I don't know, man. Like, there's just so few things that punish me, and they just have the exact thing that punishes me every single time, right? Like, we're in a pretty reasonable spot if I have Spell Pierce on the top of my library. Even Spell Piercing this is, like, kind of rough, but... No, I'm playing like shit. Not like shit. Like, I'm making small misplays, and you just can't make small misplays with your non-tinker decks, right? I also am drawing legitimately terrible. Like, I can't stress this enough. We've drawn horribly. I can get bailed out. There are cards in my deck that bail me out. None of these cards are the ones that bail me out. Are they gonna play Archon? That's the best possible thing for me. Or that. It's great for me. All right, so I need to draw something that lets me play Lurrus here. Uh-huh. I just can't, man. It's just, it's just the worst card at every point. It's terrible. Ah, man. My deck is an Ancestral Recall deck, just so you know. Saga's good here, but I think a black land was better. Like, playing a Lurrus and looping is just really good. Yeah. Hey, there it is. Do I gain anything from doing this now? Not really. Wasteland on my Saga. No Wasteland. Are they going to hard cast a Emiria? They don't have a mana for that. What are they casting? Oh, interesting. So I just negate this, right? This negation is not really getting much better than this. I could obviously Ancestral and do a pitch cast. I don't think that's worth it, though. What is this? This is a Seasoned Engineer? I mean, I'm probably not beating a Seasoned Engineer here, right? I have to draw a Fatal Push for that. I guess I can draw a Fatal Push. Seasoned Engineer's a really good draw, though. Unblockable is crazy good. I drew the Loam. Okay. All right, well, we're starting by drawing 3 cards. Liberator, Trop. I just don't have enough life to give, right? So if I play a land, loan back 2 things, I can play a Lurrus, but it's not actually good. Because I'm just going to get smacked by a Dungeoneer for 6. Like, I finally have my whole engine online, but it's just a turn too late. Because I just can't beat the Seasoned Dungeoneer at this point, right? So if I play the Tropical and I cast Loam and bring back my 2 lands, and then I take... one... So I guess the question is, playing Lurrus better than making a construct? The answer to that has got to be yes, considering there's a Bauble and a Lotus. So I think it's play Trop, cast Loam. I guess this costs an extra 2 life. I can't do any dredging because I have to draw a Fatal Push. And I can't even draw a Fatal Push this turn. And then I'm going to die to the initiative, right? Because this has Vigilance. I can't take the initiative back. That's kind of a huge deal, too. So maybe I have to go Lotus Outland Liberator here so that I have extra creatures to attack with. Yeah, I'm aware we're dead to like I said, we didn't draw a Fatal Push for a Seasoned Engineer, and I can't beat the Seasoned Engineer. I just said this. I'm well aware. Does it make sense to play another land out for a life? It doesn't really make any sense to do that. Doesn't make any sense to cycle this either. All right, so we take 6 and go to 4. We have to hope they have no initiative creatures. And then we have to draw enough removal to not die and then steal the initiative. I guess we could draw like a Caracas. If I draw a Crop Rot, I can Caracas this Lauren. So all I really need to do is draw like a Fatal Push and a Caracas, right? And they have to have no more initiative creatures for the rest of the game. They have another Seasoned Engineer. I don't know, man. Just crazy. I think I lost this game because I misordered my Brainstorm. How wild is that? I put a card I didn't think mattered on top of a card I didn't think mattered, and it mattered. If my opponent just misses on Seasoned Engineer for one turn as well, I think we are very clearly 100% to win, right? Like the turn, if my opponent plays something other than a Seasoned Engineer, the turn they play Seasoned Engineer, we get the Fastbond and we have Loam and we have Ancestral and we just have a full-on thing. If I play this Lurrus earlier, this game is totally winnable, and I just did not end up winning, right? I mean, you can see, at least you can see what the deck is trying to do now, which is nice. I mean, I could. I don't think forcing the Mox there is like a play I'm willing to make. With a force, if I had only a negation, I would do that. But with a force, I think I made the right play. I think forcing the Mox there is too much. I can't like spew too many resources. All right, on to round 2. We've got ADM across the table. ADM only plays workshops, basically. So this should be a matchup we are enjoying with Nature's Claims and Loams and stuff like that. This hand would work if we had a Lorien, but we don't have a Lorien, so we have to mulligan it. This hand has a Lorien, but doesn't have, like, the great... This is, like, really, really weak hand. But probably just a keep. Don't know what I want to do with this hand exactly. Is it just Underground Sea, hold up Lorien? Is it get a Haywire Mite down? I think it's just hold up Lorien. We might even go, like, depending on how bad or how strong our opponent's first turn is, maybe we go Brainstorm into Cycle Upkeep. It's totally a possible thing that could happen, especially if we feel like we need a force. Like, my opponent kept a 7-card hand. We have no forces. We have no Loam. We have kind of anemic cards. I'm just not sure that this hand is like beating shops on the draw with 7 cards. I don't have any basics in my... Come on! There's no way. There's no way we're just firing that off. All right. Is this the problem with putting my lists on Twitter? Maybe. So I can use this as a free shuffle. I feel like this Haywire Mite is just not going to get the job done. All right, not bad, not bad. Yeah. Just the raw Ghost Quarter my land, turn 1, game 1. Do most Underground Sea, I think most Underground Sea Lurrus decks play one basic island, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna force this. Oh, they hit on Underground Sea too. It's gonna be hard to cast Lurrus. Well, I'm gonna have to hope they don't have like a workshop here and just cast Nettlecyst, because I have currently all lands in my hand. This would be a decent time to draw the Fastbond into Loam Life. Or Ancestral. I'd take an Ancestral. No more lands. That's good. It makes this Ghost Quarter even more perplexing. How many fetchables do I even have left in my deck? It's like 2? 2 drops? Do you have another Patchwork? Sphere? Patchwork. Not great. I think I do have to fetch, because if I don't want to draw a Trop here and then not have a fetchable. My own Saga. First I have to strip mine. If I can get a Lurrus in play, it'd be really good, but I don't actually have another black source to fetch. All right, well now it's on them to have another Wasteland for my Saga, though. The Saga is a black source if it doesn't get Wastelanded. Slasher taught me that. Clearly they don't have a Wasteland or they would have played it for that turn. I guess technically a Ghost Quarter works. This force is not bad if I can get another blue card, because I think I need to be able to counter their next payoff before they, like, if they can just brick on Workshop is what I was gonna say, so that they don't play a Nettlecyst this turn. All right, fair enough. It's a good time to draw a Workshop. It's definitely the turn that was necessary. All right, what can I do? What can I do? Draw Demonic Tutor. So I could Demonic for Lotus and then go Lurrus, rebuy Lotus, and I can use my Lotus to make the Saga token. Is that better? I mean, I can't cast this Demonic otherwise, right? Because I need to make a Saga token this turn no matter what. And I can't, like, get Ancestral, because then I'm not making a Saga token this turn, which is unacceptable. So I think it has to just be Lotus, Lurrus, Lotus, pass. Even if this Lurrus isn't doing anything amazing at the moment. Technically holds up Force of Will, which is, I guess, pretty reasonable as well. If they play like another Nettlecyst, it's probably better for me to force it than for it to make a token. Currently, the Saga is only making 1/1s, but it'll be 3/3s after, and they kind of need to be 3/3s. They drew Mishra's Workshop into City of Traders so they can play all their spells in their hand that have been there the whole time. We're just gonna get outvalued here and die. We're just a turn too slow. Every game we're a turn too slow. I guess this deck just sucks. So they can name Lotus or they can name Bobble. Both are super good. I don't think countering this is better than making a token, so Yeah, drawing the 3-mana land and the 2-mana land here is not going to be good for us when we were wastelanding them off of resources. So far, this deck does not look very good, which is unfortunate because when I played a league with it, it looked amazing. Almost got the 5-0. But, Jesus. It's just super doomed. They named Lotus. I just can't even get these constructs big enough to block these Nettle Cysts. Cruise is certainly a start. Feel like we need the Haywire Might. That'll help. I think we need to fetch and cruise. And cruise. I can't use this Lotus, but... So I need to keep all my lands for Loam. I need to keep my artifacts for Lurrus, leaving me with Saga. I probably don't need this UC. So Saga, Bobble, Wasteland, and Lotus. All right, so now I have 4 blockers. I have a 1-mana Beseech. So this was good, especially because Haywire Might hits 2 attackers. If I use my Haywire Might, I need to... These things will become smaller. I don't think I can afford to like crack a Bobble. So I think I'll just put the Lotus in play, which just gives me more options. Obviously it's turned off right now, but I could do something like hit the Revoker and then Beseech something else. All right, this is going to be the most complicated attack turn probably in recent Vintage history. No, maybe not, but it does feel like this is going to be pretty crazy. Another Revoker. We definitely can't let that resolve. I'm at 4. This Patchwork is now a 5/5. So this is an attack all, I assume, right? If they don't attack all here, they're doomed because I loop Haywire Mites on them every turn for the rest of the game, right? Yeah. Okay, so what I think we can do is Haywire Might block here, double block here. So sorry, Haywire Might block here, double block here, shoot this Nettle Cyst. Which means they'll have 4/4, and these will be 3/3s. I think that just looks fine. And then we keep our Lurrus so we can rebuy our Haywire Might on the next turn. Would I rather kill the Patchwork? Oh, you mean like that with the double block? Yeah, that's true for sure. Thought you meant with the activation into the ward too, which is a frequent play. Can they can have a dismember? Yeah, okay. This seems fine. So double block here, chump here. Oh, well, yeah, I guess you can't target it. Saved. So yeah. All right. So I think we're actually winning this game now because we're just going to loop Haywire Mites on our opponent. And these gain us life and kill all of their Nettle Cysts. Yeah. This looks winning. And I have a Beseech. Wow. How quickly the tide turned. Saga going all the way to Haywire Might was really key here. Haywire Might is probably my favorite card in this entire deck. It just is so good in green Saga decks. The problem is there just aren't really green Saga decks besides that like 5-color Lurrus pile that Nico has been playing. Null Rod. Wow. Okay. Main deck Null Rod's quite good here, but we do still have the Beseech for it. And Metamorph on Lurrus? Oh no! Oh my god. I think we're losing now. Whoa, why didn't they do Lurrus? Lurrus is so good here. I would have snapped off a Lurrus and then replayed a Automaton. All right, so Beseech. So first we can replay Haywire Might. And then I can Wasteland their Academy. I think I just hold this Lurrus, this Beseech activation. Gives them less mana, no moving, and then I can do Surprise, Block, Shoot, and then we're winning. If my opponent had copied Lurrus, I'm just losing here for sure, right? Wow. Are we just going to grind this game out with Haywire Might loops? I love it. This Nettlecyst is not a creature, right? I think my opponent had this game if they just simply copy Lurrus with the Metamorph. I like this list for my opponent, though. I like, I don't know about the Ghost Quarter, but Null Rod, Metamorph, Automaton, Aggro Shops is actually one of the decks I recommended for this weekend. Metamorph can help, too, against, like, the Oath nonsense. Mental Misstep is a pretty bad draw. All right, I think we are certified winning now. Haywire Might Loop is too strong for Vintage, confirmed. Urza Saga Haywire Might Lurrus is just a beautiful combination. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. At some point here, I can stop looping the Might and start looping the Bauble and drawing more cards. But I want to get rid of the last Nettlecyst first. My opponent draws another Metamorph, though. I guess I Bajuka Bog them, so it's not as big of a problem anymore. And I gain 2 life every Metamorph loop, or every Might loop. That's wild. Just for fun, let's gain 2 life, too. Oh, cool. The game is over. I've drawn the Ancestral Recall card. It's a pretty good one. I guess I should do this in a different order so I don't get my Bauble Mindbreak trapped. Another Nettlecyst. Glad I replayed the Haywire Might. I think if I was my opponent, I would just scoop, because how are you really winning this game? I guess my crop rotation for a Saga is not very good against the active Ghost Quarter. Oh. I guess my crop rotation for a Saga is good against the active Ghost Quarter. Scratch that. Oh, I drew Loam. Sick. I'm going to return Beseech Saga Strip Mine. What is going on? Perfect game? Perfect game? I can't actually kill a creature, so probably not perfect game, but... Oh man, now we're cooking. Now I need to hit the Fastbond with my Dredge Loam, and then we're full on, full steam ahead. I guess I have a Beseiju loop, so I can kill the Revokers. Oh my god, my deck is perfect. Never mind. If I was complaining about my deck being weak before, I was wrong. All right, so Dredge back Loam. Come on, hit Fastbond, hit Fastbond. Oh, I didn't hit Fastbond. Unlucky. No, this feels like playing vintage to me. I like this. Bobble can Dredge Loam again. Next turn. Oh, wait, I need to Beseech you first. Beseech you for 1 mana because I have a Lurrus. And then Loam back my Beseech you. Oh, okay. That was, you know what? Like I was, after round 1, I was regretting registering this deck, but this game of round 2, it made it worth it, you know? All right, I think I'm going to bring in a Caracas. I mean, I think I was supposed to lose that game, but we won't talk about it, okay? I'm pretty sure I was supposed to lose that game. This needle's kind of sus. All right, so Flusterstorm and Mental Misstep and Probe. Fatal Push is like not amazing, but it's probably fine. Bajuka Bog is definitely just like worse than Caracas. How do I cut more cards? Scroll is shit. Dig is not great. Mental Misstep is garbage. How many blue cards does that leave me with? Did I cut Ancestral Recall? Why is there Ancestral Recall in my cut pile? I feel like we just ran out of blue cards, didn't we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I can get rid of a Bobble. 17. It's kind of low. Maybe I keep the dig through time. Just the refill option. Pitch to force. All right. We got some nice tools in the sideboard here with some Nature's Claims, so Fastbond is acquired. Not a lot of lands. Probably a keep though. Yeah, I trimmed 2, right? Yeah. I think that makes a lot of sense. Workshop. Crucible. All right, well, I technically need to deal with the Crucible. But I can get a bunch of lands in play here. So I can go Trop, Fastbond, Strip Mine, Lorien. I think this is better than like stripping them or whatever. Underground Sea. Oh, I should have gone in the other order. No, this is fine. Yeah, I probably should have gone Tropical into Underground Sea. No, I think I'm going to cast Ponder. All right. Fastbond. Ooh, wait, should I just take this Wasteland and slow them down for a turn? Yeah, I kind of like that. All right, well, this is why I have Fastbond in the deck. If I can hit a Loam, that would be sweet. But I know I'm hitting, what, Ruby something? Oh, I know I'm hitting Crop Rotation. So I can get rid of... I can not draw the Ruby if I want to. Probably need to hold the Crop Rotation for their own Wasteland, though. Oh, are they going to hit my Strip Mine? No, they're going to hit my Tropical Island. Okay. God, I need to hit Loam. All right, I'm going to hold the Crop Rotation for when they Wasteland me again. And then I'm just going to buy my Lurrus. Unfortunately, if they hit my... I'm just going to have to get a Saga, right? Well, Saga's like pretty bad here. Maybe I'm supposed to keep in the Bajuka Bog. Interesting. Bajuka Bog would be sick here, right? Damn. Okay, maybe I made a mistake on that one. So if I get a construct, is that worth it? No, what I can do is I can just get an underground sea and play a Lurrus. It's better. Because they hit the tropical and not my underground sea for whatever reason. All I need to do is draw Loam in this game, and I'm super. I guess I don't need to only draw Loam because I don't have a green source now. But do we time walk first or wait a turn? I think we wait a turn because then we get double baubles, right? I really need to start looping this bauble every turn, so. Craft Digger's Cage. God damn it. Rest in peace, the bauble loop. How many traps are left in my deck? One. So they're going to play Graph Digger's Cage and Wasteland me off an Underground Sea. Oh, they Wasteland me off Strip Mine. Okay. He's going to play a Cage, though. Cage is super good here. Kind of have to draw that Nature's Claim. I guess Nature's Claim would have hit the Crucible anyways, right? So they drew their own Saga, maybe. No, I mean, I know what they drew. They drew a Graph Digger's Cage. And then they're not playing it? What am I missing? Do they think it stops their Wasteland loop? For what reason would you... Maybe they have Dismember? No, I don't understand. I have no idea why you would not play a Cage here. Doesn't make any sense. Now they're going to draw Saga, though. Just going to hold this because I only have the one Tropical left in my deck, and I kind of just need to have it for a Nature's Claim if I draw it, or a Loam. Lorien Revealed. I don't have the lands to play that because I've been wastelanded every turn of this game. The good news is I can negate a Cage now and can keep looping my Mishra's Bauble. I guess I should have done that to myself. I don't know why I didn't do that to myself. Just autopilot mode. Spell Pierce looks great here as well. That was a really weird play from my opponent. I don't know why they did that. Okay, so they're going no more wastelanding, I guess. Spell Pierce is still great here because they can't pay using Workshop. Yeah, not playing Cage last turn is probably going to cost them this game. This game was still definitely up in the air if they had just played Cage last turn. They don't even have a playoff of Workshop. Interesting. Maybe they're just conflicted in what they want to do. That's a draw. Every time I draw Ancestral, I just get a little happy inside. It's a good time. All right. Unfortunately, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, perfect. It's really weird that I get rid of all the spells and keep all the artifacts and lands because normally it's the other way around. It's kind of fun. Maybe they're trying to like make it out to like a 4 or 5, 6 mana card. Oh my god, I have Fastbond. Right. God. Okay, sure. So I don't have multiple lands to fetch, right? I have only one tropical left, or I could cast Lorien Revealed. Yeah, I also have like colorless lands too. So there's like a lot of stuff. Oh, I definitely want to draw Demonic Tutor. Tell you that much. I have like a lot of little things I can do here. I don't think any of them matter, right? All right, I get a Demonic Tutor. I get a Wasteland. Okay. Okay. So now I can demonic for Loam and then waste them off of everything, get all of my mana, and make 2 constructs. Because I have 24 life because Lurrus is giving me life. I believe we have done the winning of the game. Big fan. Would do the winning of the game again. Yeah, they wanted to play a 6-mana spell. Just going to force it. I don't think I need this Lorien revealed. Could use this negation. All right, so I'm going to fetch on my upkeep so I don't draw the trop. And then I am going to draw for turn. And then I just found the Loam anyways. Awesome. All right, so now I can just go value Fastbond. Yeah. I mean, I put 5 mana in play on turn 1 against the workshop deck that was trying to Crucible lock me. If I didn't have Fastbond, I would have lost the game immediately, which is not what we want. All right, so I'm going to return all of these to my hand, and then I'm going to play them all. I wish I had like the ability to time walk again, but this doesn't matter. So I can demonic for an Outland Liberator. And then where's a Haywire Mite better? A Haywire Mite's slightly better. Oh, I don't have another green source. Sag. Oh, yeah, I was just trying to get something that loops and kills their artifacts. I mean, making 2 constructs also wins. I think everything wins. I don't think anything matters. But I just figured I could Haywire Mite, get rid of their Crucible, wasteland them off 2 lands, and then I can replay my Haywire Mite later. I thought I had a little bit more mana than I actually did. Maybe it was better to like hit a draw spell and Loam and rebuy all my mana. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why my opponent didn't cast Cage, but if they simply casted Cage, I think the game would have at least been closer. So I can officially say we did what we came here to do with this round 2 match, and I hope everyone enjoyed it. Now I'm going to retire forever. All right, here we go. Round 3. I got a cat. I got Black Lotus, Double Bobble, Wasteland Saga Cruise. This definitely has some matchups where it's bad, but it's quite hard to pass up on a hand that has Black Lotus, and my Lurrus deck really likes Black Lotus. I don't know. I love the coverage between Wasteland Saga and Lotus. Like, if I could have Ancestral Force instead of like Bobble Cruise, that's probably the kind of hand like I would most want, right? I guess there's theoretically certain like Loam hands that you would want, or like Fastbond Loam crazy starts, but even a Loam here is like, sorry, even a Fastbond here is not too bad, right? If I play Fastbond, I go Fastbond Wasteland Saga. It's pretty sick. Mana Vault signals combo, and we currently do not have counter spells, so this is just PO for 2. Just jam it. Time walk. Yeah, I guess so. The old Sapphire Saga Time Walk. When you combine those cards together, it's a good one. I'm kind of happy they don't have a Mana Vault, though. So, like, if they play a land and pass here, and we strip mine their Saga, then it's fine. This could be Jewel, but it could also be Beseech, right? Could be PO. Second Saga. Man, that's not good. Because normally you could like hit this Saga here, which will turn off getting a construct, but I kind of think it's important that I don't let my opponent get like a Black Lotus in case they're Beseech. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is beat double construct and go like Lotus Loam Wasteland twice. I guess we start with Bobble and see what they have. I think it's important that I don't let Just can't, man. Just can't. No, I felt like we would win almost every Saga mirror, so it felt like it was stupid to put Dress Down in my deck. Like, my opponent drew Saga off of Sapphire Time Walk. It's like the 1% draw. Like, if my opponent doesn't play 3 Sagas in a row, I'm wastelanding all their Sagas and I don't care about constructs at all, right? Yeah, maybe I should. Maybe I should just be playing around triple Saga draws. I don't know. All right. I mean, I still think I have to wasteland the one that's going to make a like. Unfortunately, this means I have to beat like a massive amount of Saga tokens if I make this play, but I just don't think I can let them hit a Black Lotus. Maybe I just can't win if I do this. I mean, even drawing. Okay, that draw's good. So now I have my own Saga Sapphire draw. And then I can go Lotus Loam. Okay, maybe we're fine. Maybe we're fine. Maybe it's okay. If I can draw a Wasteland for turn so that I can double Wasteland them, maybe that's worse than playing a Saga. I mean, I think it's Saga, Sapphire, Time Walk. But then where do we go? Fastbond. Lorien revealed. So there's like a world where I could Lurrus. If I draw a Mox, I can Lurrus. I could cruise. Oh, I mean, I don't have to Loam now. I mean, it's probably what I'm doing. I need to get a Wasteland, but I think playing a Saga out is better. The problem is if I do Loam, I guess I do have a cruise still too. I mean, I need to make construct tokens too. Like I need to like get some construct tokens in play. All right, I think we need to just draw and see what we draw first before we make any kind of rash choices here. Pedal. Force. Okay, we need to think here. So I can get Lurrus going here. So I could go. I have a Fastbond in my deck, Adonis. A Fastbond. It is exploration on steroids. So I can go Lotus, Pedal, buy Lurrus, play Lurrus, replay Lotus, Loam, Wasteland. Wasteland. I still think I'm supposed to Wasteland the Saga that's on 2. I know I have to like beat a bunch of constructs to do that. But I think it's fine. Or I could just go Loam. No, I'm going to go. I'm going to make the play I said. I think this play is the best. Gets the gets the thing going. I guess the downside of this play is I don't get to make any Saga tokens. With the Force of Will, maybe I can just Wasteland this Saga. So their Saga goes away and they only make 2 constructs. These constructs become 4/4s. That might be fine. All right, I'm gonna make this play. Lurrus. Lurrus. Lotus. Loam. Wasteland. This saga. Oh, I'm not like really reading chat. I'm just making my own, you know, I have to think through this. This is not an easy choice. Now they have 2/5/5s. I guess I need to draw something else though. Maybe I have to loam into a creature like the Outland Liberator. It's because I drew Force that I think I can make this play. Okay, so they're gonna go for Time Walk. No, they can't go for Time Walk. I don't know. Whatever they want to go for, it's fine. Well, Might doesn't kill construct tokens, but it does chump and loop and gain 2 life every time, so that's pretty good. I just have so many options in my yard at the moment with this Lurrus. Tinker. So they're going to go Black Lotus and Tinker? That's fine. I guess it's not fine if they have last card Flusterstorm, but... I mean, if they just forget to use their search, it's fine too. So now they can't fluster. Attack first. If they attack all, it's actually better for me because I get to make the life link on the attack back, right? This puts me at a 7, and then I can go back up to 10 and get a Haywire Might. And then I can like Haywire Might them off of this Sapphire, and they'll have nothing left in play. And I just have to grind out. This is also going to make these 3/3s. Yeah, I mean, I think getting a Tinker here is unacceptable. I think this play doesn't make any sense. You're like jeopardizing your one way of playing this game, and now we're going to do Haywire Might loops. So I think we're supposed to Loam. Because I think we want... Oh, I guess I got rid of the Treasure Cruise. Should we Loam? I don't know. Yeah, I guess Loam lets me rebuy Saga, right? So we should Loam. And then I make mana with this. I do need to tap green, but I have a Tropical Island, right? So it's fine. I get a Haywire Might. I still have a Black Lotus or a Bauble I can take as well. So I could go Lotus, Loam, and replace Saga. Maybe. And I have to use this Haywire Might, right? I mean, I can Loam and Might. I have a Black Lotus in my yard. So I can just go Loam, replay Saga, and kill this Sapphire. I go to 8. I go to 11. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Black Lotus. Green. Saga, Sea, Wasteland. Oh, I don't think we need to block sack because they sacked half their board. They're going to be so weak, right? Like, we don't have to do that anymore. They have 2/2s. We're going to be at 11. We have an active Saga. And we're going to, like, this is game, right? I think we're still supposed to Loam in case we hit Fastbond. Yeah, I don't like how my opponent played this game. I think they gave us a lot of outs. Oh, now we have an Outland Liberator we can rebuy. I guess it's just... I mean, all of these things are just super winning. I guess simply playing out a Black Lotus is fine because it'll make my things 3/3s. I mean, this is exactly what I signed up to do, so I'm pretty happy. We just beat Triple Saga. Haywire Might. I love Haywire Might and Loam. It just did exactly what I wanted it to do. All right. So we're playing against, we don't know still, right? We just think they're on Beseech probably because we saw Lorien, Mana Vault, Saga, Tinker. Could be just blue-black Tinker as well. Like Wheels. This is a point, though, where I don't know how we're supposed to board. I think if like they're on Beseech, we kind of want to keep Bajuka Bog crop rotation for our crop rotation, right? Like, are we supposed to play negations, flusterstorms, claims, needle for the Saga Mirror? I don't even think we want needle for the Saga Mirror in this case, but I guess we could have needle for Vault Key. We could always have cage, but I don't think cage is necessary. Like, all my cards look good here, so I'm not exactly sure how we're supposed to board. Like, if they're playing a Tinker deck, we want to have some number of negations, Flusterstorms. Like, maybe this is a matchup where you just don't need this Loam. Or, sorry, Fastbond. No, I would never bring out Misstep against the Mana Vault Soul Ring Ancestral deck. Misstep is great here. Yo, 420 KU. Thanks. 420. I don't know how I'm supposed to board here. I think all of my cards are good, so I don't know what to do. I just like the what card is bad in this matchup? Is there a single card that's bad in this matchup? I think I want access to like claim needle. I mean, I think Bog might actually be good because I have crop rotation and they're playing Beseech, right? No. Loam is still amazing without Fastbond. Fastbond doesn't Fastbond doesn't make Loam good. Loam makes Fastbond good. I think I'll do this, where I get some claims in my deck, have the option to needle off of this. No, I think the crop rotations are good. Maybe we don't need the crop rotations if my opponent's not wastelanding me. Maybe that's fair. Maybe we just take the crop rotations and the Bog out, and instead we play the negations and the Flusterstorms. Yeah, maybe that's fine. I don't know, like crop rotating for us a wasteland is still really good, right? Not sure. Like I said, I think all my cards are actively good here, so. All right. Hopefully they don't go too crazy while we don't have a force, but this has some nice permission and hits land drops. Underground Sea, Ponder. Yeah, I'm willing to just misstep this. Saga? Can I afford to play this Saga here? I don't think so. I think I want Spell Pierce up. Pass? This is going to be Upkeep Ancestral then? All right, well, I'll get a Saga going. Love to put Lurrus in my hand, but can't. End step Ancestral? Oh, end step cycle. What? Just cycle on your turn to get a land drop going. What's up with that? I'm just gonna get this thing now. I don't want to get like randomly op agented or like needled or they have like a timing window or something. Demonic, Time Walk, Dolphy Voidwalker. Mother, this is the stupid. It's the Sean deck. It's the Sean deck. I should have known. I should have known. It's the Sean deck. That is actively horrible for us. Yes, agreed. I need to have do I cycle my other Lorien revealed? I don't think so. Need it for blue card. This is very good against us. It's a Leyline of the Void. It makes my Loriens really bad. I don't have her made to remove it because I didn't expect it. But I have an active Saga, which should just beat that anyways, so it's probably fine. So yeah, this is the sideboard plan that Sean came up with inside of Dark Ritual Beseech Storm. I don't mind it. It seems fine. Does seem like pretty reasonable sideboard swap against like a controlling deck, right? Especially one that uses the graveyard as much as mine does. Obviously, this card is quite good against Lorien Revealed. Can't really cycle your Lorien Revealed or you're giving your opponent Ancestral Recall. But I mean, we have a bunch of counter magic and we have active Saga, and then we can get a Lurrus going. So I'm not super worried. I guess they can get their own Saga, but we don't care about that at all because we were just the crazy Wasteland deck. I guess I could needle it. It's kind of interesting. Obviously, the Lurrus is like worse against this, but it's still a 3/2 lifelinker. Do we want a Black Lotus? Probably. I'm gonna name Dothy Voidwalker, I guess. Could name Lorien Revealed. Could name. I'm saying that. One, I'm saying that the card is a Leyline of the Void against my Lurrus. And two, I'm saying that Lurrus has lifelink, so you can attack and negate 3 damage. I'm gonna name Dothy Voidwalker, I guess. I have 2 5/5s now. This does like cut off my opponent's like probably the strongest part of the Dothy Voidwalker, which is you can cast my spells, but it doesn't get rid of the ley line, which is actually pretty good versus us. Definitely okay with opponent going and grabbing like a Tinker or whatever here. Maybe they have a Hercules or something, but we have double counter. Oh, just Ancestral. Okay. I will probably negation pitch Lorien just so I don't get Flusterstormed if they cast it right now, which I think they probably do because they're on quite a clock. My opponent's deck doesn't really battle Saga tokens. They have like some dress downs in their deck. Actually, they have quite a few dress downs in their deck for what it's worth. Necropotence. Can't I just like let this resolve? Like if they draw too many cards, they just die. On board. They're on board at 5 life. If they like draw like 3 cards and I draw an artifact off of like Ponder, then they're dead. Yeah, doesn't do anything. My opponent mystical for Ancestral and then played Necropotence. This doesn't make any sense, right? How many cards are they going to draw here? 2? Am I crazy? I don't think I'm crazy. No further comment. All right, so my opponent is putting themselves dead to onboard artifact. Not onboard. They're dead to a artifact, and I have 4 looks for an artifact. Yeah. Playing a Necropotence, tapping out for what is an Ancestral Recall that leaves you dead is not it. I don't have enough to Lorien without sacking this Lotus, so I'm just going to Ponder. I didn't hit an artifact. Do I just keep Force, though, so that I have Force, Spell Pierce? Or do I spin for a random artifact? Force, Spell Pierce. No, casting Lorien doesn't really help us, right? Because we lose out on a damage. I guess we could attack first and then cast Lorien. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Because I can't cast Lorien off of Dothy because of Needle. Yeah, I think this, I mean, I was even convinced that we can just attack and do nothing and hold up all of our mana, but I don't think casting Lurrus does anything. Casting Lurrus definitely feels like the worst option. So do I cast Lorien Revealed? I don't even think I'm supposed to cast Lorien Revealed. I think I hold up Force, Negation, Spell Pierce with full mana. I'm just gonna pass. All Lorien does is I lose my Black Lotus, I tap down to 1, I get a land, an unknown. Yeah. My opponent still has a Ancestral Recall here. I think we just negate it. I probably don't even need to negate it, but it seems fine. Clearly they don't have enough stuff to go for a kill because they use the Necropotence. What are you going to do? Force back? Fluster? All right. This is why I didn't tap for Lorien, because now I can just pay for this Fluster Storm. If they Fluster again, then I can just Spell Pierce. What are they going to do here? Sure. And this is the exact reason why I didn't tap out. I think that play was really good. So they could Dark Ritual pay here. But I think at that point it's fine. They have 3 cards left in hand. They need it to be a combination of multiple things, and we have a Force. I guess they could still have Lotus Tendrils and kill me. But I think I'm always dying to that, right? I guess I just counter Lotus. Dark Ritual, I guess I have to counter as well. It's kind of awkward, huh? All right, I mean, you're dead on board. You can concede. You can't use your Dothy Voidwalker. You can't block with your Dothy Voidwalker. You're at 2. I have double Force now. All right, I'm pretty happy with how we played these games. Opponent's gonna Necro out. All right, I'll take it. Is this the comeback? All right, here we go. On to round 4. We need to win all of our final rounds here. Wessel is typically playing Green-White Archon, but I know he's been branching out recently. Hopefully he's not on the Muxus deck, because I don't think we could ever beat the Muxus deck. So, I have a cat. Oh, I don't think I updated that. Adcom deck. Sorry, I will update that. I'm still getting used to using a different tool. Just need to go to my decks, go to stream. Maybe? Lurrus lands. There you go. All right. This one has a Lorien revealed. It's a good keep for sure. Yeah, no, our opponent they play only green-white hate bears, but they've been very unhappy recently with how their green-white hate bears deck has been doing. So, this hand looks great. I really like this hand. We get to see what they're up to. Cycle, we get a land, hold up force, spell pierce. We have got crop rot open for a wasteland. So, I like this hand a lot. If we probe into another land, we can crop rot into a saga. If we need to. If we probe into a blue card, then we have the option of forcing and spell piercing. But we definitely have to probe because we need to know what our opponent is doing. Opponent mold to 6 and capped. All right. What do we got? Show us your secrets, please. Fuck. No. We're just dead to this. Because they have cavern. I guess we can wasteland. Okay, so what we can do is we can crop rotation for a wasteland their cavern, and force their snoop. But if they just build a good pile, we can't win. Oh, shit. This is all your fault, Crooked. I can't beat this nonsense deck with my stupid blue-green all counterspell pile. I mean, I can beat it if you just don't draw a cavern, right? Cavern is the card here that is the big problem. But I don't have, like, removal in my deck, so... It's not like I can spell pierce this Chrome Mox because they have, like, triple Spirit Guide or whatever. So if they build a good pile... Maybe they'll build a bad pile because they think their cavern is safe. Yeah, I can't hit this. I mean, I could hit this, but it just doesn't save me. So there's no point. So they're just going to go for the recruiter. So it's all about what kind of pile they build here. Because if they open themselves up to getting wastelanded into force, there's a chance. Okay, let's see what happens. Yeah, I think I had to keep... If I had drawn a blue card, I could have Spell Pierce the Chrome Mox, which would have made the Wasteland better. But I drew a Bazooka Bog. Is there a way to make them shuffle? Yeah, we could draw a... Does Beseech make you shuffle? I can't remember. Maybe draw a Beseech, but we can't crop rotation for Beseech, so... Beseech a May, so then no. I don't think so. I just have to hope that they die to a Wasteland Force here. That's all that we can really do, right? I have to hope they don't make, like, super redundancy. I don't know. I think it's like up to my opponent whether they win or lose. But my opponent is definitely new to the deck, so it's possible. Yeah, like I said, if we had drawn a blue card, I think I would have spell pierced this Chrome Mox because it makes my wasteland. I mean, that doesn't even work really well because then they would just have a spirit guide to use, right? So, but it does like I can't really wasteland lock them out of this game. I mean, if I draw Beseech, I won't have a green mana, so it won't matter, right? Like I have to get rid of this tropical island for a wasteland, no matter what, probably, because I have to counterspell's my only utility here. But they have so much mana in their hand, right? Like even if I wasteland them off of this, aren't we still just gonna die? But I guess they can't put any mana in their pile, so. Yeah, so in Vintage, Goblin Recruiter off Uncounterable Cavern can make a lethal kill with Snoop and Kiki Jiki. All right, so my opponent, what? They went Name Sticker Goblin, Ringleader Muxus Muxus. Instead of going Kiki Jiki combo. Do I have a surgical extraction? No. This is like worse for us, but I mean, I still am on crop rotation wasteland, right? I think this is fine. Fatal pushes are a lot worse in this like new version that Crooks is trying to push with like more Muxus oriented things. Okay, so now I can loam back my strip mine. How am I going to do that? Oh. Well, it's worse if I do this, right? I don't know. I think it worked out for me, but you're probably right. So now they have Spirit Guide, Ancient Tomb, but they can't do anything right now unless they cast the Goblin Ringleader, I guess. So we would force the Goblin Ringleader, and then they're just gonna draw like Name Sticker Goblins into Muxus or something. Okay, yeah, that's fine. You are right. Well, the thing is, we get to force their spell here and then wasteland them, and I'm pretty sure we're just winning, right? I think we're winning now. Yeah, so they ordered it Ringleader, and so now their hand is one unknown. We force this, and then we wasteland them, and then we're winning. I think I got very lucky that because I messed up my crop rotation. I was just lucky I draw fetch land, right? Do I Loam again? What does Loam do for us? Don't think so. Saga Gaming. It's not bad. All right, so does my opponent's last card, is it it's a tomb? It's not a tomb. So they're just going to draw Name Sticker, Muxus, Muxus for the next 4 turns or whatever. It's really good for us. Don't think we need a Loam still. Force would be great. I would be definitely down for Force. So I get a Saga going. I put a Lurrus in my hand. And then next turn, I can just play the Lurrus if I want. But there's nothing in my yard. So maybe I should Loam and get stuff in my yard for Lurrus. But I also want to draw blue cards for force. So it's kind of tough, right? I can just make constructs instead. Yeah, I don't think I'm supposed to loam. I think I want a blue card for force. So let me just put this bog in play. I think I don't know if I like my opponent's pile is. I was super lucky because I played the crop rotation really badly, right? But if I had played the crop rotation right, I'm just always beating my opponent's pile with the hand I had, which is kind of sweet, right? So here I'm gonna dredge Loam because I have my force. I hit the Fastbond. I hit the Fastbond. Sick. So I can go make a construct, get a Lotus, Lurrus Fastbond, play all my stuff. Oh my god, we're doing it. Oh, should I just get the Haywire Mite and do this next turn? I should just get the Haywire Mite. Okay, let me get the Haywire Mite. I can just go next turn. It's fine. Man, Haywire Mite is just unbelievably good, right? So yeah, so like, I don't know if there was a better pile, but I feel like there must have been a better pile, right? Wow. That was so cool. Ugh. I can't believe we won this game. I got very lucky after my misplay. I can just let this resolve, right? Okay. Haywire Might it next turn if I want to. Oh, I guess I couldn't have let it resolve. Now I have to force the name sticker goblin, and then I attack for lethal. It's fine. So they held a City of Traders at some point here. Force this, attack lethal, strip mine, Haywire Might, make 2 constructs. Okay, okay. That's a huge win. Caracas needs to come in. Cage needs to come in. Needle needs to come in. Fatal Push needs to come in. Let me just go find Fork's list. Snoop Recruiter, Battlecry Goblin, Name Sticker, Mantra, Spirit Guide, Trashmaster, Ringleader, Sideboard Leyline of the Void, Sideboard Magus of the Moon. Those are probably the ones I'm most worried about. Sideboard Leyline, Sideboard Magus. I think Negation looks terrible. Spell Pierce looks bad. I don't think we're like hitting their Moxen most of the time here. Flusterstorm, bad. How many 1-drops? You have no lackeys in this list, right? No lackeys, just like prospectors and stuff. Krakus bounces Muxus, but I think that's actually totally fine, right? Do I bring in a claim? Let me just look at this list again. 4 Muxus, Kiki Jiki combo, Trap, Misstep, Magus, Leyline, tons of fast mana. Yeah, I don't think Mental Misstep is worth it here. I guess it technically like hits the courier off the combo or whatever, but I don't think that's good. Let's do this. And then what's my next best card? Do I want to have a Nature's Claim for a Leyline? Do I want to have... I wonder if you do want a Tabernacle in this deck, actually. It's kind of this... I think I might bring in the Tabernacle here after yelling at everyone for bringing in the Tabernacle, just because of how in on Muxus it is. I mean, they're going to have haste, though, right? Pierce on the draw is pretty much useless. I would rather have a negation. So I'm kind of out of blue cards, huh? I have like no blue cards. All right, I'll keep another negation then. Oh, maybe I should trim baubles here for another negation. All right, I feel like we lucked out in that game. Not only did I misplay and didn't get punished for it, but also the matchup just still is really rough. Current opinion on Doomsday? So vintage deck? I mean, the thing that changed is everyone is playing blue-black Lurrus control, which is extremely good against it. But you're still good against like mono white and oath and that kind of stuff. So I don't really think it's a big deal. I think like if you want to play Doomsday, Doomsday is totally fine. But I mean, if you don't, you could always switch to like blue-black Tinker or blue-black Lurrus. Pretty sure this is a keep. And if they like play a crazy starting hand and I get wrecked, so be it. I guess like they don't have Lackey, so Fatal Push is like a lot worse. They do still have Snoop combo where you want Fatal Push though. This hand might just not be a keep. Maybe it's too weak, but has accelerated Moxen, has a removal spell, has the ability to get a turn 1 ancestral. I don't know. It feels like okay. Did I cut the Fastbond? No. So I technically could demonic for Fastbond if I wanted to. If I hit like a different color Moxen, I could go demonic Fastbond, Saga, Krakus, Island, buy back Lurrus, or something like that. Yeah, my deck doesn't have very many like crazy power plays, but Fastbond is the one I did slip into the deck, so. I don't think it's a big deal if we get leylined in this matchup. So if my opponent brings in leylines and makes their combo worse, I think that's okay for us. Fastbond is sick in this deck. Has the Ruby. It's their second best artifact mana. Ancient Tomb Ruby, Sticker Goblin, Matron. Okay. Might have to get a force if I draw a blue card, and this is like name Sticker Goblin off of this or something. Name Sticker Goblin off of this. Okay, so I kind of want to just draw a blue card and then TT for a force. Cool. I think I can let the name sticker resolve and then force the follow-up. We'll have to see. So do we let this name sticker resolve? Oh, wait, what if I had just played Fatal Push? I don't have a way to trigger Revolt, right? I have no way to trigger Revolt. Okay, so I couldn't have done Fatal Push, right? That's kind of unfortunate. Maybe I just have to force this name sticker goblin. Oh, they tutored for Magus of the Moon. Okay, well, I'll just force that. A bauble would be nice to... Okay, I'm going to play all my lands out. Oh, right, they tutored and we didn't know. All right. They tutored name sticker goblin, right? That's true. So I still have no way to trigger revolt, right? I'm actually not in a great spot, all things considered. If I had a wasteland with this Fastbond, I would be in a better spot, right? I needed a wasteland because a wasteland lets me take them off Ancient Tomb. What does playing it all accomplish? Did you not see me put the Lurrus in my hand and hold up Fatal Push? What am I missing? All right, I can't Fatal Push this with the trigger on the stack, unfortunately, because I don't have Revolt. So hopefully this rolls a 1 to 6, I guess. They rolled a 5. I roll a 9 for 5. So if they have a land that they top decked off the top, because they didn't play a land last turn, then they can play Muxus. If they don't have a land, then they have to do something else. So I feel like we got lucky. Oh, they have a Chrome Mox. So they do have a Muxus here. And I don't have Krakus up. I think holding up Fatal Push is better than holding up Krakus, but maybe I'm wrong. Muxus can definitely break, especially depending on how many non things they put in the deck. Oh, they had a Simian Spear Guide anyways. Okay. Yeah, I really needed a fetch land or a bauble so I could have Fatal Push up for the name sticker trigger. All right, well, how much does this hit? See, yeah, this is the problem with this deck. Look at this. My opponent hit Skirk, Simian, Cavern, Mox, Magus. So they just get one Skirk Prospector. No, like the deck is half mana. And then you add like post board, you're putting in ley lines and mind breaks, and like you have a very bad count. So how close is my opponent to casting? They're pretty close to recasting Muxus, right? I have to kill this Prospector. My opponent said he's playing mono red bingo, which is fair. So I think I should just use this Fatal Push on Prospector so that I can bounce this Muxus on the next attack. And they won't be able to replay it easily. I technically could play Lurrus, but I have nothing in my yard. So we're just making a Saga token and bouncing the Muxus in combat. And that's fine. Yeah, so the Namesticker Goblin is a ETB, and it's only when it's on the battlefield. So if you hit it with the trigger on the stack, it doesn't make mana, which is what I would have liked to do, but my deck doesn't have fetch lands in it, so. So I do think I have to bounce this Muxus. It attacks for 6. Maybe I don't have to bounce this Muxus. I don't know. What do you think, chat? I'll allow you to make a choice here. I think I can just take one hit before I bounce it. Let's see. I think one hit's fine, and I just block the Matron. And then I have a ton of constructs coming. They have red, Trash Master. Wow. I guess I have to needle that. So should I bounce the Muxus now? I really want to get a Haywire Mite and take them off of mana. I don't think it's fine. Because they can like bounce it in response to a Caracas and they get to kill a construct token. Maybe it's fine. Maybe I just bounce this and I still get a Haywire Mite. And they're just so far. I guess they could draw another name sticker goblin. Maybe this is fine. Strip Mine is a great draw. So now I don't even have to get that Haywire Mite. Though I guess maybe I still want it just to jump block with and like loop with Lurrus. I gotta think. I gotta think. So I think it's just Lotus. So I can play Lurrus and Lotus this turn. So I think I just go these 2 mana. Make a construct. And then yeah, you could have namestickered and killed the Emerald, which would have killed the construct. I think that's a pretty reasonable play. This is a Lord, though. And then I'm going to go get a Lotus. Oh, I could get a Graph Digger's Cage if I wanted to as well. I don't think I'm going to get a Needle. I think I'm going to get a Lotus. And then I'm going to Lotus, Lurrus, replay Lotus. Holds up a Saga activation, and I can strip mine them off of Ancient Tomb, which means they can't really replay a lot of stuff. And I can still bounce this Muxus. Think we're getting there now. And this Saga can go get me a Haywire Mite, right? So I think we're there. I think we've weathered the storm. Wow, I'm really impressed with my deck that we got a win here because it doesn't look that good. The Fastbond draw was pretty interesting, huh? This card is kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, I made this deck for... This deck is like the most Saga-oriented deck you can come up with, right? I basically built this deck around the idea of Saga Wasteland. Yeah, I don't think they have enough goblins for this Trash Master to be too lethal. All right, I think I'm just gonna try to return this Muxus and see if they sack it. They didn't sack it. And then... I guess... Yeah, I mean, they're screwed, right? There's no reason not to, like, double block this as well. Quadruple block it. Guess I'll just sack it to kill a construct or something. We're just super far ahead, right? I don't even think I need to get a Needle on Trash Master. I think if I start looping Haywire Mites, I can lock them out of mana. Okay, sure. Oh my god, they top decked Black Lotus. So can they play the new Muxus? They have a Simian Spirit Guide. They have Name Sticker. Wow. All right, maybe we lose this game. My opponent top decked Black Lotus. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, I think we lose this game now. Top deck Lotus is a little fucked up, don't you think? Maybe I should have just chumped the Muxus. I guess I should have just chumped the Muxus instead of bouncing the Muxus. I just thought it was impossible for my opponent to play a Muxus. Like, they had 2 mana, and they played a Muxus, right? All right, so now I do need to get a Needle on Trash Master. Hopefully they miss it. That's a terrible draw. So I Needle Trash Master. Looks like they missed it. I can still bounce this Muxus again. They definitely wanted to do that before that happened. So I have a Black Lotus, 2 6/6s. Actually, maybe we're just winning anyways. Kind of depends on the top of their library, I guess. What does this do? Goblins get haste, and if you attack with 6 power or greater, you get a goblin attacking. So I need to leave up Force of Will for... Can I attack? They just have to chump 1 and then we die on the swing back probably, so no. All right. Unfortunately, I think we are now in a losing position. Okay, the Snoop bricked. They only have 1 Trash Master in their deck, so we're fine there. So I don't have to use the Force this turn, and I can instead bounce this Muxus again. And then I can look for an attack, probably. I do need to draw something good at some point, but... Yeah, let's play that tapped attack. They can get +1/+0. I'm not going to give them a free Muxus attack. I'll just bounce this Muxus. How are we going to interact with the top card revealed? Who's dead on board? What are you talking about? What do you want me to do with the draw step trigger? I'm down to do that. I just don't understand why. Like, what am I getting? Like, what is my plan? All right, can I get a blue card, like a Lorien revealed? Ponder. It's kind of like a Lorien revealed. Saga, Fatal Push, Merchant Scroll. So I can Fatal Push the Snoop, which pretty much ends all of my issues, and I can just go for attacks. And then next turn we draw Ancestral. Well, did I have a Fatal Push in hand? Are you telling me to do it for future draw steps? Is that what you're trying to say? I mean, I didn't expect Fatal Push. Yeah, I guess I could have tapped my Tropical Island, but if I drew a Loam, it's the other way around, right? So, I mean, it's not a big deal. I can just replay my Black Lotus. I'm not actually losing anything by using my Fatal Push. Yeah, if I tap my Tropical, then I have an Emerald to Loam, but then, you understand what I'm saying. This doesn't actually matter. So killing the Snoop, and then I attack with all of my creatures. They have to block 2 of them. That's the best play, right? If I shoot the Trash Master, they all become 2/2s. Is that better? No, because then I can die to random Snoop things. Like a Kiki Jiki. No, a Kiki Jiki doesn't kill me, right? Because it just makes tapped creatures. like a recruiter, but I have force for a recruiter. Trying to figure out like what would kill me off of Snoop. If it's Kiki Jiki, it's still just tapped creatures. Because I guess I'm not dead on the swing back no matter what, right? Or can I be? So if I attack all that, not all, just non-Lurrus, attack with all constructs, they have to block 2 constructs. If they block with, they're never gonna have any lethal attacks. I think this is fine. Oh, I think my play is fine. Lotus, cast, Snoop, kill Snoop, attack all. I think this is just winning. I feel kind of lucky that we survived 2 Muxus casts. But I also was it was pretty crazy that they got 2 Muxus casts, right? I don't think pumping matters here. The Black Lotus was so good. I guess they theoretically could have always had mana name sticker into 6 mana. I think I really misplayed this game when I bounced the Muxus. I should have just chumped with a construct, right? That was the misplay, right? I mean, my opponent also misplayed here by probably not using their Trash Master before Needle. I think we've won this game. This game is over for what it's worth. So I think we have deterministic if they block like that because we force the Simian Spirit Guide. They're at 6, and then we attack for lethal. Oh, I don't know, but like I didn't need to bounce the Muxus, right? I could have chumped the Muxus. Like I was still winning, right? I definitely counter the Goblin if it gives me a lethal attack, yeah. Which it looks like it's going to do. I guess I'm gonna have that easily anyways. So I don't know what they're playing towards with this block. I feel lucky. I feel lucky. I still think this matchup is probably bad for me. GG's. GG's. Okay. So we take those. All right. Round 5 out of 6. We're up against fellow streamer Nico Bonnie Shere Khan playing his patented 5-color Lurrus Turbo Volt deck. We don't have any needle. Oh, sorry. We don't have any figures or null rods, but we do have nature's claims and needles and haywire mites, so there's something going on for us here. Fastbond, Saga, Ancestral Pierce, haywire. I mean, I'm gonna keep this hand. It's kind of a weird one. He is streaming, actually. Haywire might kill Seed of the Synod, or am I getting turn 1 Ancestral on my upkeep here? I'm not. Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to go Saga, Ruby, Emerald, Haywire Might, their land. Yeah. Just need to find a green, oh, sorry, blue source, and I think we're in a good spot. Another seat. I guess you're passing after that, right? Or did you draw another Moxen or something? Draw for turn, no? In this matchup, it's probably Saga is actually a blue source because my opponent is not interested in wastelanding. They could have their own Haywire Might, but drew a Force of Will. Okay, I guess we're holding up Force. I think Force makes it makes for a good draw here. We also have a Bajuka Bog in our deck. Maybe we do have a nice little matchup against this deck. Like, obviously the best card against this deck is Vigor and Null Rods, but we have some good ones. We can play Lurrus, Lotus, Lurrus on the next turn as well. With Force backup. Time Walk, I assume. Really wish I had a Spell Pierce here. Spell Pierce looks quite good. Don't think I'm forcing this, though. Yeah, I don't think we're crop rotting unless they had like a Haywire Might play. Pretty sure I'm interested in a construct into Lotus, Lurrus, Lotus. I gotta go look at what Nico's counterspell suite looks like again. Nico's counterspells. So Nico has just forces. Interesting. We could do that. I'm not sure we're going to do that, but we could do that. I have so many choices here. What if I just crop rot it and get 2 blue sources? Like, what if I get Ancestral? What if I go Lotus and Tropical? And then I can Ancestral on their turn, I guess. I mean, they only have 1 negation. They have 2 Spell Pierces, though. I could just crop rot a new Saga. Don't think I like that. I don't think my... Well... I don't think my play is play Lurrus here. Well, I can't crop rot. I guess I can crop rot and Lurrus, Lotus, Lurrus, but I don't think that's good until like they have 2 Spell Pierces, like 4 Spell Pierce. I don't have a Tolarian Academy in my deck, which I guess is a choice I made. I could just get a Wasteland, but I think I need a blue. Like, I could go Wasteland and then get a Sapphire and Ancestral on their upkeep. It's just not that good, right? So they're going to negate my crop rot pitching Force of Will. That's just fine, right? I don't think I care. So now, I guess now I can't do the Lurrus line, but now I just get a Black Lotus and I go Ancestral, right? Yeah. I can do it now because I have floating mana. Probe Wasteland. All right, show me your secrets. Flusterstorm is, they have a Flusterstorm. That's new. I mean, this Wasteland on a Seat of the Cyanod is unbelievable here. So I got 2 Seat of the Cyanods killed. Was this better than Sapphire? Yeah, because I want the Lotus in my yard, and I wanted to have the ability to play Spell Pierce. So, yeah. So now I have Spell Pierce, Force, Spell Pierce. Like, I have Force, Spell Pierce against Thoughtcast, Flusterstorm, Spire of Industry, Opal. Like, I'm just super winning now. This is what happens when you play Seat of the Cyanod. This is just what happens. You can't play Seat of the Cyanod. It's illegal to play Seat of the Cyanod. That card is not allowed. Okay. So we got the nice game 1. And we're gonna bring in Caracas because they do play Lavinia and Lurrus. I'm gonna bring in Soul Guide Lantern and Needle, and I'm going to bring in Nature's Claim. I don't think I'm gonna bring in Fatal Push. Might bring in Flusterstorm. Don't think I'm bringing in Cage. I don't know how I'm going to board in these cards, though. Why are all my cards good again? Can I technically get Force of Negation out in this matchup? How am I supposed to board in this matchup? It's doomed, right? My opponent has Lavinia and Lurrus. Maybe we don't bring in Caracas for that, but it seems good. I don't want to bring in Fatal Push, so I think Caracas is better. Why is there no Gush in our Fastbond deck? Because it's not a Fastbond deck. It's a deck that has Fastbond in it. And 2, I have like 11 lands that you can't Gush. And half my mana's in Moxen. It's just not a Gush deck. Maybe I'm taking out the crop rotations this time, though. For the same reason as last time. Then you kind of don't want to keep a Juka Bog in the deck, though. But I do want... But I guess I'm bringing in a Soul Guide. I don't need a Bajuka Bog. I can just take out crop rotation, Bajuka Bog, trim on baubles, take out a negation. I kind of want to bring this Flusterstorm in, to be honest. This feels like kind of a lot. I don't know. I don't know the answer. I just don't know the answer. Like, a lot of our cards are good. It's very hard to pick what cards I want to keep. I think I'm going to go with this because I think my opponent's Fluster. Fluster's better against like the POs and Thoughtcast and stuff. Like, maybe this Caracas isn't worth it. But like I said, I'd like to have an answer to Lavinia that wasn't a Fatal Push. Yeah, it does, for sure. We're not getting Mox Opal Old Frame, right? Aren't they making like a Secret Lair or something? Those don't come on Magic Online. Oh, this hand needs Lorien revealed. I think this one has to get mulliganed, unfortunately, because I can't do anything with this hand. If it had Lorien revealed, it'd be a different story. This hand's sick, though. I think I just don't take the Lantern. Because I need this Beseech to cast Claim on my opponent's Seat of the Cyanod again. Mox Pearl. Soul Ring. Oh my god. Lurrus in their hand? Haywire might. Oh no. It's the same thing that happened to me. Gosh. All right. Oh no. That's the best ending card here. Because if I force this, I can't force the Lurrus. And I need to force the Lurrus. Yeah, I mean, that's the power of this deck. You should play all the fast mana in a Thoughtcast, and I guess I could go Beseech you and kill the Pearl. I could force this, Beseech you, I could strip mine them and then Beseech you the Pearl. Oh man, I don't think I can let Thoughtcast resolve here. It's only draw 2. I don't know about that. I'm going to force it and try to deny them Lurrus. That's what I'm going to do. I don't know if that's going to work, but that's what I'm going to try to do. First, I get rid of their sphere, so I can't, spire, so I can't get Haywire Mighted. If they put Lurrus in their hand, I'll go Beseech you claim. Fuck. Oh, come on! This is why he's the Pro Tour top 8er. He's too good. They had one card in hand, I wastelanded the blue source, and they drew Ancestral. It's just doomed. My Ancestral is a lot worse than his Ancestral here with the 7 mana difference. Because even if I kill this Haywire Might, it just comes back. If I play the Saga, I lose the Haywire Might. Yeah, all right, we can concede this game. So my opponent has Lurrus Haywire Might loop, and I can't stop them. I'm just dead. Yeah, my opponent's hand was just much better, right? Hmm. All right, whatever. We're on the play. Should be fine. I think the best card in this matchup is Haywire Might. Is Haywire Might just the most broken card from what set is Haywire Might from? One will be all. Is that what that is? I think it is. What is that set? Haywire Might is just the GOAT. Brothers War. Set list. Brothers War. Oh, yeah, it is. It's the best card from... Oh, wait, there's Portal to Phyrexia and Lauren. Oh, no. It's a tough claim. It's probably worse than a Portal. Damn. Yeah, all right. Maybe the second or third best card from... Mike does kill Portal. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. All right, my time to have a brilliant Ancestral Recall starting hand. Let's do it. I want all my fast mana forces, Ancestrals, Saga, Fastbond. Nice. Keep. Hell yeah. I'm supposed to cast Ancestral, right? Right? I'm gonna cast Ancestral. I could wait and hold up Beseech Fluster. I just don't think it's that good. They have the Mental Misstep. They're so good, chat. All right, I think I have to force this. I think I have to force back here. My hand doesn't do anything. Hurkle is not very good. Okay. Had to force a Mental Misstep is not the outcome we were looking for from our Ancestral. Okay, we have the answer to that one. That one I don't care about. Think I'm just going to cycle this Lorien, use my mana efficiently. Can we draw Fastbond? I would love a little Fastbond action here. Get my Saga and my Wasteland in the same turn. Maybe not. Maybe Fastbond's not even that good here. Let's grab Underground Sea. Draw. Another land. Alright, well. Wasteland your Saga. I guess Beseech they probably don't have anything to fetch off of, so maybe I could have Beseech and played an Urza Saga. Was that better play? I think I'm going to do that now at end step here. I don't know if he has one. Maybe I should have done it with the trigger on the stack, but that opens them up to like having an island and then playing something, right? I don't think he has an island, but now island. Caracas. All right, so here we go. Saga. Is Cruise better than getting a Lurrus here? Because Lurrus doesn't do anything. I don't even have anything in my yard besides like Wasteland Loam Loop. I think Cruise looks better. They might have negation at this point though, right? That's a reason. Yeah, negation pitching PO. Okay. All right, got more Sagas. Nope, seat, go. Okay, I think my opponent's deck is a lot worse when it doesn't have a ton of Moxen. When it has a ton of Moxen, it's pretty sick, right? But if it doesn't have a ton of Moxen, it's not that good. I think we want Constructs here over put Lurrus in hand. We can get the Haywire Might off of the Saga though, right? Seems like that's the play. My Lurrus probably gets forced though. I wonder if Mental Misstep's actually good in this matchup. Second seat. Opal. Now they can cast a Thought Cast. Oh, they put Lurrus in hand. That's kind of bold, isn't it? Putting Lurrus in hand when you know I have a... You know I have a Might coming. Maybe they just have another seat. Force is a sick draw too. So I think I just get another Saga token here. Get a Might. No, I'm going to hit the seat of the Cyanod for sure. Oh, I should have attacked first. I missed the damage. My bad. I played that badly. I lost the damage. I don't know if that changes anything, but... I wonder if my opponent considered that I can get a Might off of Saga, right? So I'm still... So next turn, I'm pretty far away from my Lurrus Might loop because I didn't get Black Lotus. Yeah, I know. I said that. I just missed it. I just wanted to hit their seat so bad that I didn't attack. I wonder if my opponent... The pause there is a little odd, right? I probably don't even force a Lurrus if they play it, right? Because I have a Caracas. I'm just going to misstep this. They have Ancestral? Oh, they have Fluster. Okay. I thought for sure they had Ancestral. I was like, I've been baited and outsmarted for the 1,000th time by the better player. My opponent is extremely good at Magic, so I thought I was doomed. All right, they're looking for a land, I assume. I think this is a good trade for me, though. Messed up for Fluster, for Probe. I think they don't have the land. Oh, they have a land, but they don't have Metalcraft. Okay, I'm going to fetch beforehand. I don't want to draw anything more here. Second Trop is fine. Draw, Ponder. I'm going to keep that in hand and just go... I should have played this pre-combat. But I guess if my opponent wanted to Hercules, they could have Hercules. I guess I can't Hercules because they don't have a mana. The 1 damage mattered. Not really. Like, I can... I can Lurrus and bring back a Haywire Might next turn, so... And they also have to tap this for life if they want to make color off it, so... But yeah, I mean, the 1 damage is a big miss. I'm not gonna say it's not, but the only reason is because they paid life for probe, right? But yeah, but of course, like it's just a straight up miss. I just force this, right? Oh wait, this doesn't hit. So this costs saves them 1. I'm gonna force this. They had force backup. Okay. They had Mind Break Trap in their deck. Interesting. So this turns on the Opal, and then they block and kill Pearl. Oh, they're just doing it now? What does that gain them? Isn't that like a little weird? So if I draw an artifact this turn, I win. Oh, I needed to be a 0 mana artifact, didn't it? Oh, so they're a lot. So do I play Haywire Might? Or do I needle something? Is there anything I can needle that will make me happy? I guess they play Lurrus next turn, right? Oh no, this is turned off. Could needle Time Vault, maybe? It's like the only thing. Is that worse than like... Yeah, I'm gonna just needle Time Vault. So the 1 damage kind of mattered. I guess I could needle Haywire Might, but that's kind of dumb, right? Saga Walk. Maybe. I mean, this is the only way I like super die. I think I want to be able to loop Might myself. The 1 damage was super bad, man. I would wonder why my opponent didn't block and hit the... I guess if my opponent didn't hit the Pearl, I would have been able to play both of my things anyways, but then they would have been a block. Oh, their card is Lurrus, correct. You're right. The card is in hand is Lurrus. GG's. Crazy. Oh, I don't think I played that very well. I think I could have played that better. We got there, though. What a crazy matchup. I think Haywire Might's the single best card in this matchup for both sides. Okay, here we go. 6th and final round of this vintage challenge. I am in striking distance. A win and in into top 8. Lose, no shot. Not no shot, but very little shot. I got a cat. They have a cat. We can play a nice, fair Lurrus matchup. On the play is important here. I'm excited. This is going to be fun. Keep. So I'm going to bobble myself, and then if I don't like it, I can cycle it away with Lorien. So this matchup is weird. I do think it's a good matchup, but it can be kind of annoying if you just like fall too far behind. One person has like a good hand, one person has a medium hand kind of thing. But theoretically, I should be pretty happy with this kind of matchup. Bobble Saga. We definitely want second Saga. So yeah, let's just go Saga, Sapphire, go. Draw a second Saga. It's going to be really good if they have like a Wasteland start. See what happens. I think representing something here and being able to cycle more is probably better than holding. Gataxian Probe. One thing I don't have in this deck is I don't have Soul Ring or a Mana Crypt, so it's kind of hard to go Saga Saga. How do I feel about Gataxian Probe here? I don't know. I'm just gonna think about this for a second. I'm gonna go look at their last list. Ancestral Brainstorm Push, Probe Misstep Fluster, Spell Pierce, Manifold Key, Soul Ring. I'm gonna misstep this. And I'm gonna pay blue. Yeah, I'm gonna play blue. I kind of want to just like keep them from knowing what's going on and play Saga Gaming, right? Okay, this means I'm not getting wastelanded, right? That's a good sign. The earlier I can get these Saga tokens going, the better chance we have. Don't really like negation in this matchup. I feel like they don't have any good spells. It's kind of why I don't want to play like more negations than I already am in the main. Why no Soul Ring? I just didn't feel like it cast enough things. Whenever I need multiple mana, I can just get Black Lotus most of the time and it's fine. Interesting that they chose to use the bauble after instead of beforehand. But maybe they're just always cycling this Lorien field. Maybe they didn't have a land, and so they knew they were always cycling the Lorien field. All right, well, the good news is they didn't have a wasteland. They do know my top card, and they're drawing 2 fresh ones. And I think, like, if I did have a Soul Ring in my deck, then I would probably just... I guess I wouldn't even play... Oh, now I would definitely play... Now I can still probably play Saga, though. Yeah. This Mox is a pretty sick draw, right? Because I can make my Saga now and just keep making constructs until the end of time and hope that's good enough. So they just had Ancestral Recall. That is the biggest downside to Mental Misstep and Gataxian Probe. Playing this at this moment was like really, really greedy from them. Like if I had played a blue land, I could hardcast this negation. Oh, I guess they didn't have Ancestral. They probably drew it off of Bauble, right? I still would have cast that in my upkeep, I think. Maybe not. It's like kind of a Hail Mary Ancestral, right? At the end step when I haven't tapped out or anything. It's like, it's not like it plays around Spell Pierce because I still have the ability to make Construct and play Spell Pierce. I don't know. I don't really... I mean, maybe they just needed to cast it, right? They kind of need a Wasteland. If they don't have a Dress Down... Oh, they have a Dress Down in their deck. God, who told blue-black players they can play Dress Down? Illegal. Yeah, just a 1 Fastbond. It allows for our deck to actually do broken things, which I kind of like. Oh my god, they drew Wasteland and they're going to put Lurrus in hand. Incredible. I am not playing Key Combo. I am just going Saga Gaming. Oh, they're not going to put Lurrus in their hand? No, they are going to put Lurrus in their hand. And they can cast it off of Pearl. I guess I could have negated Pearl, but I think I need to hard cast this Lorien Revealed. I don't know. I think we're dead because our opponent drew Ancestral and we didn't draw Ancestral. Maybe we can't cast Lorien Reveal no matter what in this turn because I need to make Construct tokens. I just have to make Construct tokens here. I guess I could Haywire Might their Pearl. Is that worth doing? Try to keep them off of Lurrus for a turn. It's gotta be worse than like getting a Black Lotus for my own Lurrus. But I can't do that till next turn, and I can't even protect it with Force or anything. Well, they could have Lorien Revealed, which doesn't do it. And if like they kind of want to play Saga, right? Like if I don't cut their mana and they go Saga, Lurrus, Bauble, it's super bad for me, right? I, maybe this is not the play we want to make. The fact that this negation was not a Force of Will is really bad for us. Other than I'm still dealing with Lurrus Bobble, so it's like not that good for me. Like making them make a choice, I think, is better. And then they could also still just like not have another C right now. I did attack before I haywired this time. The biggest problem with fetching a tropical is I can't play Lurrus off it, but all right, so they did just have another underground sea, which means they're just going to go Lurrus Bobble. I don't think I'm negating a Bobble considering they have a second Bobble. This also makes like a 2-attack bad. This is just bad. Unfortunately, my opponent just had the Ancestral and I didn't have the Ancestral. I did mental misstep a probe though. So it's kind of on me because that mental misstep probe is like pretty awful. Drawing a Beseech here is very bad. I can only attack for 1. Because I guess I get 1 extra damage in if I do this. Because then they attack back. I guess this is fine. I think I just like got punished extremely hard for misstepping probe, right? That's just the end all be all is I got punished for my play. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have like 6 1-drops in their deck. Obviously, Ancestral Recall is the one that matters the most. I don't know. I guess they are dead on board, but they can just have a Bowmaster and double chump, and it's like super broken, right? I just like this negation is so bad. Maybe I should have just negated their Pearl. That might have been it. Maybe I was just supposed to negate their Pearl. I'm just going to throw a negation at this. I don't think casting Lorien is like good here. I think I would rather just not have them brainstorm. Yeah, I mean, in the moment, it definitely felt right, which is why I did it, but I'm not sure that it was right, is kind of what I'm saying. Yeah, I understand that the Lorien can get a UC for Lotus. I just don't... maybe I should. I don't know. I have so many ways to get a UC. I just have so many ways to get a UC. And I think, like, this Brainstorm is insanely good here. Like, my opponent could also just, like, hit Wasteland and Wasteland my C, right? And then it's like, what am I really doing? They did draw Ancestral Recall off of Bobble, probably, yeah. If they didn't draw off of Bobble, I guess they didn't have probe. They didn't have probe information. Never mind. Well, the good news is my opponent invested CC here into Brainstorm Spell Pierce, which means they have to draw another blue-black land to cast Bowmaster to double chump and to make good value. So, like, there's a lot of upside. They did hit it, though. So now they have Fetch, Bobble. They know my top card. They know their top 2 cards with Brainstorm. They're fetching. They have Time Walk. Time Walk makes a double attack pretty bad. I don't really have any good cards if they have Bowmaster, right? My good card was probably actually getting my double black and playing Lurrus, right? Maybe I'll end up regretting not cycling for a blue-black land. They didn't attack. They draw. They know what we draw. Crop rotation. Wow. So we cast crop rotation. So we play Beseech. We crop rotate our Beseech into a underground sea. No, not in the main. It'd be quite good here though. And then we would play Lurrus Bobble attack. I guess we could get a Saga too. It's not even that bad. But I think playing a Lurrus is better. Though they probably have a Force, right? Yeah. All right. I mean, if they have a Bowmaster, we just lose, right? Like, it's not worth worrying about a Bowmaster. I can't beat a Bowmaster. They just double block and replay, and I can't win. Okay, all right. That's great. Right. If they had a Bowmaster, they would attack, right? The thing I can't beat is a dress down at this point. They just hit Vault Key. This is fucked up, man. Come on. I played my Beseech out like an idiot. I just can't. I just threw the game. I can just simply get rid of my trop. Come on, man. Who? Nah, it's me. I just fucking don't play the Beseech, Justin. Like, yeah, I guess that's true. I don't have a crop rot. Yeah, I guess that's true. So maybe it's fine. All right, so negations come out. Caracas comes in. Fluster, claim. I don't even like push here. Claims are just better, right? I don't think I want. Maybe I want needle. Well, I mean, I'm always casting crop rot. I want to cast Lurrus that turn. There's no way I'm ever not casting crop rot. I guess I can hold up Beseech. Like, I'm not thinking that the way I lose that game is Vault Key, right? I don't know. Like, am I supposed to be playing around my opponent's hand containing Time Vault and Key? I guess I could be. Just don't know if that's exactly what we want to be doing here. Definitely want Crop Rot, Bog, Beseech, Caracas. I don't even think you want Force in this matchup. Like, what does Force do? I think Force is garbage here, right? I can't imagine you ever don't cast Crop Rot there. Like, putting a Lurrus in play is going to cover more scenarios than holding up Beseech for exactly Vault Key. But Beseech does nothing except for exactly Vault Key, right? I feel like counters are just garbage here. I just want to play the 1-for-1 game. Crop Rotting a Bog is just in no way going to win me the game. I'm pretty happy with the play I made. It's just really unfortunate. Yeah, I'm pretty sure nothing beats Bowmaster, which is what I said. Like, if I think the only like thing I can beat is Vault Key, like, I don't know. I just didn't think like playing around Vault Key was the what I needed to do in that game. Pretty sure we're just gonna get Ancestral here. It's bad against exactly Bowmaster, but we can kind of play around that. Unless they just like slam a Bowmaster, I guess. I guess theoretically we could get Loam here, but feel like we need to cast Ancestral. I need to put Lurrus in play because I think their best answer is Dress Down. I need to put Lurrus in play because I need to be able to like untap and beat a Dress Down killing my board. Like the likelihood they draw Dress Down is higher than the likelihood they draw Time Vault Key, right? Like putting a Lurrus in play gives me a lethal attacker. How does that change anything? What does attacks change anything? I don't think so. I wish I could F6 because I don't have any forces in my deck anymore, but I don't think I can F6 because I don't want to give them that information. Damn, basic island. How many basic islands they play? 2 basic islands? Yes, that's what I'm saying. I would have made the exact same play. I'm trying to put Lurrus in play to play around Dress Down. That's what I'm trying to say. Not only does Lurrus play around Dress Down, but it also rebuys Bobble. And Haywire might. Yes, I can attack first and play Lurrus after and lose in the exact same way. Thank you for that observation. I appreciate it. I get that. I think I'm supposed to cash in this Haywire Might and just get rid of their Vault Key forever. Well, my game right now takes 0 mental energy because I'm just F6ing through my opponent's turn. Haywire Might is the best card in my deck. True story. Factually accurate. I'm telling you, I would... Time out. Time out. Time out. Time out. I would still have Crop Rotted. If they crack fetch, I will cast Ancestral so that I don't get Bowmastered. Agreed. I think I just go get another Underground Sea here. I can't cast this Ancestral until I know I'm not getting Bowmastered. I could force the issue by wastelanding it, but that's not a good play. And I guess I have a Treasure Cruise coming up, which kind of makes this an issue, doesn't it? I guess it's not really an issue, right? I can simply just buy my Lurrus. Just don't cast it. It's fine. I just don't need to hear that right now, I guess. Like, It's absolutely possible that Senpai is totally correct. I have no problem with Senpai. I need to not hear that right now. You understand? Senpai is great. But I gotta try to win. It's a good one. That's a good one. I don't have force, so it's pretty bad for me. But it's time to cast Ancestral. Hope they don't have 1 mana counter spell. Yeah, things are bad. I have Caracas and 3 Fatal Pushes in my deck. Yeah, I mean, it's bad. Hopefully they go Bobble and not Lotus to hold open Bowmaster, and I can still cruise. But I don't have a Bobble in my yard, which is really bad for me. Fuck me. All right, so they definitely have a Bowmaster, right? And there's no way for me to play around this. Or maybe they have Negation, I guess. They could have Hardcast Negation. Because Cruise is not instant speed. No, Ponder Bait doesn't really help me. Well, there's no reason to claim it unless I think I'm going to need to beat Negation. Yeah, I'm aware I can destroy it and go to second main. I'm just trying to figure out if that helps me at all. Like if they play a Bowmaster, I guess I just don't cast Cruise. But then I'm like not casting Cruise and I'm not casting Ponder. What am I doing? I'm playing Lurrus and yeah, but my Lurrus doesn't win here. My opponent loops a draw spell every turn. I need to cast a draw spell. I think I have to cast the draw spell first. But also, if I Nature's Claim this, then I can't play my Lurrus. Or I guess I can play my Lurrus, but I can't play Cruise. I also, like, don't have a lot of cards in my yard either. Got to keep the Might in my yard. If it's Negation, this play is good. If it's Bowmaster, this play is bad. Okay, it's Negation. That's good. Okay, so now I can cruise. I'm definitely cruising because this is just the like my last best possible moment to cruise, right? I mean, they might still have a negation, but I think I'll keep Saga and Haywire Might and tap my Wasteland. Like, I still have a Wasteland for Saga, so I think it's okay to use my Nature's Claim to turn off Hardcast Negation. Like, if they had the ability to pitch cast Negation, they would have just gone for Bobble, right? Like, it doesn't make a lot of sense to get Lotus to hold up Negation. In my mind, it doesn't make a lot of sense to do that. I think we're losing this game at the moment, though, so I really hope this resolves. Nope, they had pitch cast Negation. Okay. So they have 1 card, Lurrus Bobble, and we have Wasteland, Lurrus, Haywire Might, Ponder. We could draw a Crop Rot or Bog or... Okay, we have an answer for that. Okay. I mean, this is still very winnable. But the more turns that this Lotus gets a bobble back... now I have a bobble for mine. So... I can get dazed if I do this. Okay, let's not get dazed. Let's go... Bobble Lurrus, and then... they don't have a black source, I guess. Oh, they have a Bowmaster on top though, so they have Lotus. So now I don't get to do the bobble loop for very long, huh? I actually think I'm supposed to cast Ponder and try to hit. No, I have to Wasteland this thing. All right. They have a black Lotus in their yard. Drawing Pearl. Okay. I mean, it's good that this Bowmaster can't come down right now. But we are going to have to find an answer if we want to keep looping baubles. I have 3 Fatal Pushes in my deck, so... But I mean, the first one has to kill Lurrus, so... Yeah. This is good. They don't draw a card for a turn, but they do definitely hold up this Bowmaster. Oh, wait, what? What do they draw here? Lorien? Try to hit a land drop and then play Bowmaster off it? I guess. I'm getting my ass kicked, and it's kind of frustrating. Because I thought this matchup would be really good, but we're just kind of getting a little... we got, like... The opponent had the Lotus Lurrus, and they had... immediate bobble. Like, it just has gone really badly. Did they hit their land drop for Orcish Bowmaster? Probe. All right. You know what I got. Maybe they drew Wasteland. That'd be good for me. Yeah, they drew Wasteland. So they're going to hit Tropical Island, and we get to loop another bobble and cast Ponder. Casting Lorien there was really greedy. I agree. Maybe they'll just hit Time Walk and it doesn't matter, right? They know my hand, so I don't have counterplay here. I think they are just supposed to hit Trop. Are they thinking about trading? Dress down. So we can kill that if we want. Might. I guess the first thing is we Ponder, right? Especially with the Bowmaster being Fastbond, Brainstorm, Claim. Fastbond would be good if I had a Loam. But I don't have a Loam, so Fastbond is bad. Brainstorm is bad. Claim is bad. So they're all just bad, right? So let's just find something better. Fetch. All right, I'm going to claim this dress down so that I can loop a bobble this turn. I feel like we have not drawn the correct cards to win this match. So I guess we cast Ancestral and Cruise in this game, so. We're at a lower life total, so we can't attack, really. Right? Or maybe it doesn't matter. I'm drawing Mental Misstep. That does not seem good. Let's just fetch that away. No, I just like can't draw that Mental Misstep, right? No, I think I need a card. I understand, but I can't draw Mental Misstep, chat. Oh, but in their draw step in case I draw Fatal Push? Yeah, okay, that's fair. Yes, I should fetch in their draw step. Agreed. They brought back Lotus, so they're going to go Bowmaster. What is this? Yes, I agree. I should have fetched in their upkeep. Agreed. They're just casting another Lorien revealed? Just sitting here getting brutally murdered by draw 3 every turn. But they're also like not stopping me from drawing because they just keep not drawing blue-black lands. And they missed again. None of these are the right card. Shit. I guess I have a Haywire Might. It's fine. I mean, they drew 3. If I draw a Loam, this Fastbond's good. I really don't like the way my opponent played this match, but I think it's gonna beat me. So, who am I to complain? Wasteland, my tropical island. I don't think that's a viable strategy here. I'm gonna wait on this Wasteland in case I draw a Fatal Push. Did they play anything out of their yard? Oh, they're going for the dress down line. Okay. They still don't have Bowmaster in play. Outland Liberator. Guess I just play that, right? Is this my last green source? I don't know if this is actually good to play. Whatever, I'm playing it. How many Wastelands do they have left? They have 1 Wasteland left in their deck. I kind of need to draw my Loam, right? Oh, it will get no daylight? I don't know how that works. All right, they forced it. That's good for us. If I draw a Loam, do I win? Maybe. Ah, they drew the 5th Wasteland, so I don't have a green source. Awesome. They drew the 5th Wasteland. All right. So, I don't know. Ancestral, I got Lorien. I can't. Okay, that is my other green source. So, I can still draw Loam, I guess. My opponent's still drawing an extra card every turn. Like, I'm definitely losing. Doesn't it feel like I've drawn all the wrong cards? But oh, there's the black source. So now they have Orcish Bowmaster. Loopable Orcish Bowmaster. Yeah, they have Looping Saga. Like, I have an Exile Their Whole Yard effect too, right? I have Bajuka Bog and Lantern. Like, how many cards do I have in my deck that are incredible here, and I just can't draw any of them, right? I should just cycle so I don't draw the Tropical Island, right? That's it. So Loam, push is like okay. Bajuka Bog. Crop Rotation's probably not good at this point. Soul Guide Lantern. I kind of just want to draw Loam and have it resolve, right? I guess my Urza Saga doesn't do anything against the dress down loop, so I do need to draw something else. Maybe that's not even good enough. I just don't have the right cards, right? Like, it's just not going to do it. My opponent cast the 3 Lorians revealed, and I didn't. I mean, I cast Ancestral and Cruise, right? So it's not like I didn't cast my draw 3s. I cast draw 3s, I just didn't draw into the right cards. This Lurrus has outvalued my Lurrus by tenfold because I never had... I mean, I guess I had a Bobble Loop for a couple turns. I just didn't draw anything. They chose not to play Bowmaster? Why? Don't you just want to have the Bowmaster in play? I don't understand. I guess they haven't drawn their Fatal Pushes. Maybe they don't even have Fatal Pushes. I'm not sure what their deck looks like these days. They have 2 Fatal Pushes. Sure, whatever. Double Bowmaster? I mean, they could do that now, right? Because they have Black Lotus, double Bowmaster. Yeah, I can't even win this game with Saga loops because of the dress down until I find like a... I guess I could find... If I hit Loam and Dredge, they went for Ancestral? I don't know. I think I would have played this game very differently from my opponent, but maybe I would have lost if I was on their side and played it the way I would have wanted to play it. Oh, they hit the second Bowmaster anyways off the Ancestral? Then, yeah, I guess that works. Yeah. All right. It's kind of a sad way to go. Like, I feel like I could play these games like I could have played the game slightly better, but I'm not really sure if they would be enough. Like game 1, I don't know. We can debate about holding Beseech all day, I guess, but I kind of like the way I played game 1. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, there was also like the round 1 loss where it was definitely my fault as well. So you can't really make any mistakes, and you can't really fumble when you have these kind of low power decks. I think the real biggest problem in this game is my opponent drew that Black Lotus, right? Because the Black Lotus allowed them to play Lurrus like multiple turns ahead of time. And if they didn't have access to that, then But we just didn't draw the right cards, right? Like none of these cards are the cards we needed. I missed top 16. Like I have Caracas Lurrus, I have Fatal Push Lurrus, I have all of these answers. I just didn't have any of them, right? All right, so I go 4-2 and I missed top 16, I guess. I don't really have a problem with the way the deck is configured. It seems to make sense to me. I don't know. These blue mirrors come down to who can really get the engine going, and I was not able to get any of my engines going. I wasn't able to get Fastbond Loam going. I wasn't able to get like a Lurrus advantage. We didn't have Black Lotus Lorien like our opponent did. Feel like we just didn't have the good cards, right? I even cut all of my forces so that I would have, I guess maybe like, we drew a bunch of claims, right? And the claims were actively not great. So, but like if they were forces, would they have been better? Possibly. Like maybe that was the big problem, is I should not have boarded in claims and I should have kept in forces, maybe. But like I just don't feel like that matchup comes down to force. It doesn't feel like it's a force matchup to me. Like I think you want to have Fluster to protect your spell, but like to protect my Loam, but from negation. But like I think I like the idea of taking out Force of Will in the matchup, but maybe that's wrong. Maybe I didn't board the matchup like it's supposed to be boarded. But like we drew what, Haywire Might, multiple Nature's Claims, and they just like weren't the cards we needed at the time. We needed to draw the other cards. I'm not sure. Anyways, let me know what you think about this deck in the comments. New vintage content, gameplay content every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'll see you then.